You're a flute or a piccolo player that has ever had to take their instrument into a shop for repair, only to find a short time later you're starting to have the same problems again. This video should help you understand why and what can be done about it.
Hi, I'm Larry Ellingson, and I'm here to introduce you to what I consider one of the most innovative products that's been on the market for maintaining and repairing flutes and piccolos for many, many years. It's a patented product that, when installed properly inside of the case, will hold all of the keys down firmly onto their tone holes. This keeps the instrument in perfect playing condition. Now, to understand why this simple product works so well, you have to understand a little bit about the nature of the instrument.
The main reason that flutes or any other padded instrument go out of adjustment is the pads themselves. They're constantly changing because of wear, weather, and moisture. The purpose of the pad is to make an airtight seal on the tone hole when the key is pressed down. The most common pads used on flutes are the bladder pads. They're made with a tightly woven felt, a cardboard backing, and a thin bladder skin. Then, to ensure that they're airtight, we form a seal or a seat in the pads by applying moisture, pressure by holding them down with special made flute clamps, and usually heat. It's very much like putting a crease in a pair of pants. Now, we all know what happens to that crease. Another problem that we should be concerned with is that until you get into the high-end instruments, they do not have perfectly level tone holes. To demonstrate what I mean, I've covered the tone holes with red fingernail polish. Now I'll take a diamond file and draw it evenly across the top. And this will show you, if you can see this, you can see where the file is hitting over here, not hitting here or here. This one's hitting here and here, just a lid, not hitting quite there and not hitting there. There are many ways to address this problem. However, most of them are just too expensive and time consuming. The auto seal pressure will compensate for this unless they are too extreme. Another part of the problem is that the seats do not come out evenly. This affects your instrument because many of the keys work in conjunction with each other. Constantly, if the seat comes out of the B flat key, it can affect your A key from closing, your F key from closing, and your thumb key from closing. So it goes throughout the instrument. If the instrument is loose inside of its case, if it can move around quite a bit, and most of them do, so when the cases are jarred or even under normal conditions, it can cause pads to fall out, loosen screws, and I've even seen it bend or bow the entire body of the instrument. It's kind of like what happens when you drop a carton of eggs on the floor. You have a problem. Even though the patent covers all woodwind and padded instruments, the last few years I've concentrated on the flutes and piccolos, as they seem the ones to have a tendency for going out of adjustment more so than the rest. It's usually the better players that can tell when their instrument is going out of adjustment. It's a gradual thing. But most of them hate to bring it up to their parents, especially if it's been in the shop recently. And they can't blame the parents for being irritated and wondering whether the child is too hard on the instrument, or even if they have a good repair job. So what usually happens is the player keeps pushing harder and harder to get the notes to come out, which develops a lot of bad habits and can even contribute to many hand problems. The insert can eliminate a lot of these problems. I strongly recommend that unless you are experienced in repair, do not attempt to install this insert yourself. Take it to a reputable repair person like a NAPRT member and have them install it after they make sure your instrument is in excellent playing condition. They can contact me and I'll show them proper installation procedure for installing the Ellingson insert. So if you have any additional questions, call me, Larry Ellingson, area code 907-644-0994. And to order, call Badger State Supply at 800-755-0351. And thank you very much.